Okay, so here's my Bloodborne video. This is the cleric beast on my first try on a separate save file after the one I've been playing on. And apparently it wasn't under a minute, but it was almost under a minute. So you can see I got the stun on him, so I chose for extra damage. And I had perfectly enough Molotovs, or just enough Molotovs to finish him off on the first try. I mean, it's a pretty easy boss though, so
boss on my first try. On a
can't complain about that.
Freaking
So we're coming up to the next clip.
Okay, so now I'm going to attempt the
Okay, this is where I beat the Witches of Hemwick,
which is a pretty easy boss fight. It's hard to actually die to the Witches of Hemwick.
So I have to run back up again. I think I killed the executioners there. I'm not really sure if I did, but
burn your face.
I probably did, because it's really hard to go through there without killing the executioners. I just got all of these enemies off of the aggro, and I hid from the executioner so he couldn't see me. My character doesn't blink at all, it's just like they open their eyes a little more. Okay, so I did go for the executioners. That was a double frame, I think that's what it's called, where you take a frame of being hit, and he also takes a stun frame, but it's like at the same time. So when you get the parry, you don't actually get to get the visceral, and it kind of sucks.
Or technically 2 to go. I still have
It happens with Gascoigne a lot, I think. But I've seen it the most with these guys. They're kind of tough at this point in the game.
Why is this dude backing up?
Like that. I could have gotten the parry off there, but he just hit me.
Come on, idiot, swing.
There's like a delay when you shoot. It's like you try to shoot and it takes like a second until it actually reaches them, and it's dumb.
I just healed,
because you're like 2 feet away.
Come on. There we go.
Finally, gosh. I still have like no supplies on my save file right now. I ran out of ammo and then I quit out when an enemy, they're called brain suckers. They take an insight from you every time they latch onto you, and they do a ton of damage. But he had a spell that you're gonna see soon, right here, in the boss fight, that, like, they push it forwards and it locks you, and then they just run up and grab you, and it's just impossible to do. I tried to get, like, a backstab off on them. I tried to get a backstab on this and the brain sucker, and it just didn't work for some reason. The brain suckers are weak to thrust, fire, and arcane. But there we go. Okay, I did get the chest at that point. And the witches are weak to fire. Fire! Fire! It burns!
There we go.
It burns! That's their lines.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't
Now we're
get
basically
the
ready
chest.
for the boss.
That's a temper and blood gemstone triangle.
It burns! It burns! I'm not sure if there's
Anyways, now
actually
it's a boss.
enemies
I
in the
did die
building.
once to the boss. I just got unlucky.
There aren't. Okay.
And the freaking grapple thing, the spell I was talking about earlier, I hate it. It's good, I don't think there's any other enemies that do it. So I almost killed the Witch of Hemwick in like the first, before it even teleported. But there's two of them because I've been saying witches. You just have to wait for the first one to fully die. And then there's the second one, and it brings in the magical powers. I don't know what was going on there. There. Okay, that was almost the grapple thing. The second one also has a chance to spawn under that archway there. And that's a really annoying spot, because it can get to you from anywhere. If you go for it, it just like does spells on you. And now the second witch is back, and I was so close to killing it, and then I just died. See that it wasn't from a distance, but they have a grab attack after that. See, I couldn't get a chance.
This is so dumb.
They do that and it just takes
This
out
is so dumb.
like all of your life bar.
No. No.
Life bar, health bar.
What?
But I did it the second try.
No way. It was literally.
I don't think I killed the executioners.
So unfair.
This time I might have probably did, but I'm not really sure. I might have done the same thing. Okay, that's when the executioner was like looking for me. Yeah, I don't think I fought these two. I think I just tried to run. Yeah, I did. They were getting like really close to me though. Cause they have like a launch attack. And I got stuck there. Ow. I know, apparently not. You can damage the second witch before you even, like, attack the first witch. So, I should have done that, but I'm not sure actually when the second witch spawns in. I think she exists the entire fight. Her health bar just doesn't exist. Right there, yeah. That was the second witch. So if you attack them before the health bar shows up, then you still get damage. Right there.
Shit.
Got lucky. I think if you like spam the shoulder buttons, L1, R1, then you can get out of attacks like that. She's up on the steps, or that's where I go over. She is just launching them over and over. She's so annoying. And then the second one, or the first one technically, I don't get how that one was so close to me. Could have spawned under the archways, but it would take longer than that to get to me. Can't just jump that far. But anyways, goes back to its stupid spot. How? And they just appear when they're right next to you. See? It's like a child playing like Smash Bros. And they only know one button.
Let's freaking go. Like second try.
So they just keep doing that. They saw that it did well
Let's go.
to the enemy, so they just keep spamming it. But anyways,
That was easy.
a second try is like one of the easiest
But it
bosses.
wasn't.
Rune workshop
Rune
tool.
Let's go.
And yeah, that was that
Well,
clip.
that was
Probably spent a ton more time
as good
in
as
the
my Bloodstar
hunter's
Beast
dream
attempt.
doing stuff.
Welcome. What is it? Very wet net.
Yeah, I was trying to find out what to level. I think I did like two endurance, two vitality or something, two strength,
My right hand weapon is better than my.
two skill, or could
my
I only get
right-hand
two? I
weapon
could
two
only
is
get
better
two
than
off,
my
so
right-hand weapon 1.
I think I did one strength, one skill, one vitality, one endurance, something like that. Those two bottom stats aren't useful unless you want like hunter tools this early, so go for 23. Oh, I went for 2 vitality. Okay, well, 25 vitality is a good
Okay, that was...
point for me to stop there.
Let me just sell...
Sell the useless things I think I needed.
until
I wanted to get to like 6,000 to get the flame sprayer, but that wasn't. It was 8,000. I just got confused with the Tomb Prospector set. Right there, I was like, wait, it's 8,000?
Oh.
So I'll have to go grind out the Witches of Hemwick Charnel Lane. The normal enemies there are already pretty much witches, so...
But I can use runes.
Okay, there's the runes. They have certain buffs on your player, like more blood echoes from viscerals, or... Yeah, that's what the air rune does.
So yeah, that was nice.
And there's something else. So this is... I don't really know what was happening there. The lake rune does like attack damage deduction, attack damage reduction. Oh yeah, this is where I go to Hypogean Jail. $200 for killing that one church dude. Okay, anyways. So I died, but that's fine. Because the load times weren't so long. Boom. Cutscene. You're being dragged by the dude to a place that's pretty far away from where I got snatched. But you're in Hypogean Jail. One of the places in that list of like extra places are the hidden tombstone. Hidden awakening stone, whatever it's called. So you come around here. I wasn't really trying to explore that much because it looks really scary down there, and I'm way under leveled for this area. This is like late game level. And then late game it does have harder enemies, but the enemies here are still hard to fight. At the point my game was at right then, or right now, whatever you'd say, the dusk or like twilight sky, yeah, it has different enemies. I'm not sure if it has different enemies than night, but it does than Blood Moon, which is like the final kind of thing. I wouldn't spoil any of the story, but then, like, when the blood moon shows up, you have to kill a boss at the end of the area. It's a pretty large area. Not as large as any others, but then that boss, behind that boss, there's a thing that teleports you to, like, a nightmare, like the hunter's dream, but it's a different reality. And, yeah, that's where the final two bosses are. So, well, the final two bosses. I'm not gonna spoil anything. They aren't the final two. There are potentially two other bosses you could fight for an ending of the game, but I won't spoil it. I was just checking out to see if the Saw Cleaver actually had 3 special charge attacks, and it does. And the Saw Spear doesn't. Which is weird. That's the end of that clip. I'm not sure what this next one is gonna be, because this was the most of what I was gonna show. Oh yeah, the undead giant in the Chalice dungeons. So, this is the first boss of the Chalice dungeons. It's at the end of the first layer. Lets you go down to layer 2. I think this was like a 3-minute clip, I don't know. Yeah, it was a 3-minute clip. And I didn't even beat it in 3 minutes. Maybe it was 5 minutes that I beat it in. Because the health bar is already half. That's like what happened for the Cleric Beast at the beginning of the video. But this is very much like the Cleric Beast. It's pretty easy. He just has swings. You have to stagger.
I don't like that.
There was like a bulb on the leg that makes him bleed. I'm not sure how to get a,
What you doing?
or if you can get like a stagger onto him and get a visceral. Maybe you have to shoot his head twice, like the Cleric Beast. Look at him balancing all those candles. Yeah, the attacks are kinda hard to dodge like that. He can do like a 180 if you try to roll away. He's like slicing across the ground, can like turn towards you,
Dang!
and it'll hit you.
Hold up.
I almost ran out of things that time too. Jeez. Maybe that's why. But this is, you can get a visceral off of him.
Freaking go!
Somehow, I don't know how I got that, but glad I didn't try to be greedy, because he's angry. Yeah, angry. Yeah, see that? He like
that.
turns a little bit so it's not straightforward and you can get hit by it. Try to roll into it, because he should hit like farther down. I don't know how I dodged that. That definitely hit me.
I'm not a scrub.
But yeah,
What are you talking
pretty easy boss
about,
too.
man? What are you talking